Hi everyone, this is Realtor Aya, the brokerage real estate enthusiast, real estate agent from Michigan. In today's video, I will just show you a quick example. What's the offer, what's the purchase agreement, and a few legal document, name and paper forms that you're gonna use and here during the transaction. This is just to give general knowledge for buyers. So whenever you want to submit an offer on a property, most of the people, they think offer it's just like one paper or one document. No, the offer it's bunch of documents together to help you purchase this house, and so many forms, so many details to protect you and to make sure the transaction going smooth. So first of all, you will hear something like seller disclosure, let's base paint. What's these two documents? These, like, as you see here, this is the seller disclosure, 2 or 3 page, depend on the font, the size of the font that's used, and the lead base paint. These document, it's important whenever you purchase residential property, condo, townhouse, apartment. Seller must provide you with this seller disclosure. It's called seller disclosure because it's provided by the seller to the buyer. It has the property information, whatever appliances in a house, information about the roof, the foundation, so many things based on the seller knowledge and, he was living there, and whatever things that he gonna give you, it's inside these documents. That is the seller disclosure. Lead base paint, if you don't know what's lead-based paint, you can Google it, but so many property built before 1978 has the lead-based paint. Seller can bring, someone to inspect and check if the house has lead-based paint. They can treat it, but it must be done by a professional licensee, or can just leave it, or you can just say in a form that you have no knowledge and you no information. This is the lead-based paint pamphlet, like a small book with information I always give to first-time home buyer whenever they buy a house, just to give you information about what the lead-based paint, where it's found, and what's the effect of it, things like that. Just it's called lead-based paint pamphlet, and also you can find it on online in Google, everywhere, and download the PDF to read it. So these two main documents, lead-based paint, seller disclosure, provided by from the seller to the buyer, and must be filled and signed by the seller based on his knowledge. In the future, let's say if you found something that's wrong or he lied about something here, you can sue him because he did lie on the seller disclosure. So it's important, seller don't lie, put it on the best of your knowledge and true information in it. For the buyer, it's important for you, at least it's give you some information about the house and guarantee for you in the future if there's a problem at some point, you can claim, your right back or sue the seller. Then we'll talk about the agency and the contract. Agency that's required by state of Michigan. Any licensee, when you work with a client, buyer or seller, must explain the agency, how many type of agent. There is seller agent, buyer agent, dual agent, and the difference between them. And he should express his position clear if he is buyer agent or seller agent, or he's dual working a transaction with both, and must have agreements from both party. The contract, that means you are hiring this agent to help you in the sale or in the buy, while I'm talking about purchase agreements. So it's going to be here in the buyer, like as a buyer agent, you are the buyer and purchasing property through this agent to help you, because I don't own the property and I'm not going to buy it. So I'm like third person here, third party. I should have contract with you to represent you as a buyer to help you purchase this house, or for a seller, I represent you to do the marketing, advertising, and help you sell the house and be part of the transaction. And at the end, definitely that will protect us and save our interest through this transaction and save our money. So then we'll talk about, let's say if you are a buyer, there is purchase agreement, which is, this is the main document, is not one, usually like let's say 4 form, this is just 2 side, so 2 page. If again the font bigger, it's maybe multiple page. This very important, this is what you buying. it's gonna show that is, the selling price, the term, if it's cash, if it's loan, how long it's gonna take until you close, the inspection period of time. It's gonna talk about if there are any extra addendum things you talk about, like things you wanted to include in a sale or exclude from the sale, all the condition, all the terms, talk about the title type that you're gonna require and request, definitely has the signature, talk about the taxes, how it's going to be divided, the position on the property, so many details. This one, definitely the agent will sit with you and talk about it. For, let's say, the seller, when you work with the seller agent, you're going to have, instead of purchase agreement, you're going to have form called like listing agreement. And this is also has different details. Also, there is other few documents, like let's say, notes for wire fraud, like just to make sure you don't transfer any money or anything, like, to wrong person. Sometimes there is COVID addendum, just to tell people, have a knowledge about the disease. And if you go inside, release liability, you can wear a mask. If you get COVID after that, like there is no one to sue or to have problem with. There is also other addendums sometimes attached to purchase agreement, that in case there is things you need to negotiate or ask for, or any other extra details between seller and buyer to help in transaction. Because as you know, every transaction is unique. Every house has different, criteria, different need for buyer, different need for seller. So there's so many other documents, definitely, but this is the basic. So if you heard about seller disclosure, now you know what it is, like base paint, purchase agreement, which is that's your offer, few addendum extra attached document to the purchase and part of the offer, like base paint pamphlet, now you know what it is, and it's a little like book or magazine or whatever you want to call it, give you information about the lead base paint, agency, what's the agency, and the contract, which is between buyer agent, or contract between seller and seller listing agent, or there is dual agent, which is representing both party. So many details. If you want to sell and buy, feel free to contact me. Real estate could be very stressful and complicated if you don't work with professional, knowledgeable real estate agents. Can save your interest, protect you, and help you with the legal document, with the offer, with the negotiation. Also connecting you with other services, whether title company, lender, if you want to sell and buy, have bridge loan, so many other things. If you need extra fix while you are purchasing and remodeling, or someone want to do some fix before he sell the house and make some remodeling to make it look nicer, I can help you with all of that. I would love to work with you and be your agent. Feel free to contact me if you want to work with me selling or buying. If you have any question regarding that topic, feel free to leave it in a comment section. If you never followed me before, I would love to have you in my page and be my follower. Maybe in the future you be one of my clients and we work together. Thanks for watching.